Hello, welcome back on House News with me, Dadin Ramadan. In this episode, we'll present you the latest information coming from the House of Representatives of the Republic of Indonesia. But before we continue, let's see the headlines for today. Commission 6 encourages the strengthening the Indonesia-South Korea economic partnership in a more meaningful and sustainable way through the IK-SEPA. President Prabowo Subianto and President Donald Trump reached a trade deal after tough negotiations, resulting in a significant tariff reduction on Indonesia's export from 32% to 19%. Indonesian lawmakers plan to revise law on broadcasting to regulate online streaming platforms and ensure fair media rules. The rise of digital media brings challenges in protecting younger generation. Currently, only TV and radio are being oversight while digital platforms remain unregulated despite clear violations. We usually associate school buses with plain yellow designs, but si Mas Ganteng, the viral school bus from Tuban Regency, is anything but ordinary. During a meeting with the National Policy Committee of the National Assembly of South Korea, Commission 6 emphasized the importance of strategic relations between Indonesia and South Korea in strengthening the national economic sector. Chairperson of Commission 6 of the House, Anggia Ermarini, highlighted South Korea has been one of Indonesia's key investors. Over the past 5 years, it ranks 7 among countries with the highest investment value in Indonesia. In addition to investment, Anggia emphasized Indonesia can take valuable insights from South Korea's technology. The land of ginseng is known as one of the world's centers of digital innovation and global manufacturing industries. Thus, she hoped the support from the Commission 6 will attract more investments, knowledge exchange, and extend collaboration in developing more progressive and inclusive economic policies in the future.
Teknologi di Korea Selatan ini luar biasa bagus, jadi Indonesia perlu belajar dan mereka kebetulan ini juga punya area pekerjaannya adalah tentang persaingan usaha yang berkeadilan. Ini sama dengan yang dilakukan oleh Komisi 6 yang sekarang sedang melakukan revisi Undang-Undang KPPU. Dan yang lebih menarik menurut saya, ke depan harus ada diskusi yang lebih detail lagi. Kita nggak punya waktu panjang, tetapi harus ada diskusi yang lebih detail lagi tentang apa yang bisa diinvestasikan, apa yang bisa dilakukan bareng-bareng untuk pertumbuhan ekonomi di Indonesia terutama.
Furthermore, Anggia added, this meeting is an opportunity to strengthen bilateral economic cooperation and promote investment and collaboration in technology and fair business competition regulations between Indonesia and South Korea. Fajar Ilhami and Syamsul, TVR Parlemen report. Commission 11 reminds the government to formulate domestic protection strategies to ensure the trade deal with the U.S. does not cause burden on national food security, energy, or industry. Member of Commission 11 of the House, Ahmad Najib Kodratullah, emphasized the government must take this opportunity to support the transformation of the agricultural and energy sectors. On the export side, he urged the government to provide incentives to exporters to cushion the negative impacts of the trade deal with the United States.
Tentu yang pertama adalah bagaimana pemerintah melakukan kebijakan perlindungan terhadap kegiatan di sektor pangan. Di sini kita tentu harus menyikapi dengan cara melakukan inovasi energi baru terbarukan, sehingga kemudian tekanan kebutuhan energi bisa kita selesaikan sedikit demi sedikit, sehingga kita juga bisa swasembada dalam bidang energi. Saya melihat bahwa tantangan ada pada sisi ekspor, di mana adanya tarif walaupun sudah menurun pada angka 19% itu tentu harus banyak diberikan insentif-insentif sehingga ekspor ini kemudian tetap menguntungkan bagi para pengusaha ekspor.
In addition, Ahmad Najib said the planned purchase of 50 Boeing aircraft as a part of the agreement should be carried out with a long-term strategy aligned with the needs of domestic aviation industry. The government must ensure the aircraft procurement does not give financial burden on state-owned airlines which are still in recovery. TVR Parlemen team report. Commission 1 of the House highlighted the ongoing revision of the broadcasting law aims not to limit freedom of expression on digital platforms, but to ensure fair competition between conventional and digital media. Member of Commission 1 of the House Andina Narang highlighted the growing number of live streaming activities on digital media that often contain offensive language, profanity, and vulgarity which are inappropriate for public consumption. She warned this is a serious threat to the morality and character of Indonesia's younger generation.
Nah, sekarang kita punya lagi nih masalah dengan digital. Kami tidak ingin adanya pembatasan untuk kebebasan bersuara, tidak, tetapi dengan aturan-aturan yang tepat. Sekarang ini bisa kita lihat di platform digital yang baru banyak sekali live streaming dengan kata-kata kasar, live streaming bisa merokok. Walaupun memang sudah ada di beberapa platform media yang beberapa tuh yang mempunyai community guidelines. Dan itu yang kami ingin atur. Community guidelines ini harus tepat. Tidak boleh tuh ada penyiaran ataupun live streaming yang kata-katanya kasar. Itu bisa yang ini sudah terjadi saat ini. Ini kan demi masa depan bangsa dan negara kita. Generasi muda, apakah kita akan menormalisasi generasi muda kita melakukan kata-kata kasar, hate speech, dan lain-lain.
Furthermore, Andina demanded stronger regulations and a more empowered digital content oversight body, as the current electronic information and transactions law has not been effective in protecting the public from harmful content. She hoped local cultural value and educational content would be prioritized in order to realize the vision of Golden Indonesia 2045. Hilman and Fajar, TVR Parlemen, report. Right after the break, we'll bring you updates from the revision of broadcasting law, so stay tuned on House News. The revision of the broadcasting law will widen the rules to include digital platforms. These platforms will be required to take responsibility for the content and encourage them to be fair and accountable when delivering content to the public. Commission 1 of the House is currently discussing the revision of Law Number 32 of 2002 on broadcasting with the government, RRI, TVRI, and the Indonesian Private Television Association. The revision is intended to give legal certainty and protection to broadcasting industry players, content creators, and creative entrepreneurs.
Agar undang-undang ini bisa menjadi solusi akan permasalahan dan perkembangan dunia penyiaran. Karena kan penyiaran itu berkembang terus seiring dengan perkembangan teknologi, perkembangan zaman, perkembangan tren.
One of the key points in the revision of the broadcasting law is media convergence and the preparation for shifting to digital broadcasting. Conventional media still face challenges in this multi-platform era, such as technological infrastructure, human resources, and cultural adaptation.
Media lama ini ke media baru, ya, apakah mereka secara infrastruktur siap, secara sumber daya siap, dan juga secara budaya apakah mereka cukup siap.
Furthermore, the definition of broadcasting also needs to be clarified because the current legal gap creates unequal oversight between conventional media and digital platforms. The shift to a multi-platform system has also moved advertising from the traditional broadcasters to digital platforms. Conventional media must follow regulations and pay taxes, while broadcasting on social media still lacks a clear legal framework.
Digital, di mana sekarang lembaga-lembaga yang ditunjuk untuk melakukan penyiaran tidak bisa lagi mengandalkan teknologi yang lama. Multi-platform yang ada seperti YouTube, Facebook, selama ini iklan itu ada di televisi, ada di radio, sekarang bergeser. Nah, iklan di radio, di televisi itu ada pajaknya, ada aturannya.
Commission 1 aims to finalize the broadcasting law within this period. The regulations is expected to be adaptive and provide legal protections for all broadcasting players in Indonesia while still supporting innovation and technological growth. Commission 10 urges the government to extend the compulsory education program covering university or undergraduate studies. The goal is to improve the quality of human resources and promote equal access to quality education throughout Indonesia. Member of Commission 10 of the House, Muhammad Nur Purnamasidi, stated the government must establish a political policy to implement compulsory education through college or university. The goal is to ensure all levels of education work together to give everyone access from early childhood programs to universities. On the other hand, he acknowledged higher education funding will need to increase as a consequence of this expanded policy.
Di internasional. Nah, itu menurut saya langkah awalnya adalah pemerintah harus menstate bahwa SDM kita itu dalam konteks pendidikan itu harus minimal D4 atau S1. Itu harus, wajib. Karena itu nanti akan membuat pergerakan anggaran. Dari hanya untuk SD, SMP, SMA, SMK menjadi juga nanti akan dialokasikan sepenuhnya untuk minimal D4 atau S1. Jika menjadi kebijakan politik bagi negara ini. Nah, kalau kita state-nya masih wajib belajar 13 tahun, tentu secara logika anggaran yang wajib itu 13 tahun. Di atas itu kita nggak wajib. Nah, karena tidak wajib, maka kemudian akhirnya ya hanya memenuhi standar minimal.
In addition, Purnamasidi mentioned wider access to higher education can reduce social and economic gaps. This will enable communities to escape poverty and create more opportunities for social improvement. Fajar Ilhami, Ndwi, TVR Parlemen, report. Commission 9 asked the Ministry of Manpower to upgrade the quality of job training centers in the regions. They expected the training programs can make Indonesia's human resources more competitive and better prepared. In a working meeting with the Ministry of Manpower, member of Commission 9 of the House, Muhammad Haris, explained training centers or BLK programs must be adaptive to current developments. He added, today's younger generations need to be equipped with knowledge about technology. Therefore, Haris encouraged BLK should no longer be conventional but fulfill the needs of the job market. He believed barista and fashion designer training programs are very suitable for the current conditions.
BLK maupun juga balai-balai sejenis itu harus menjawab problematika itu. Bukan saja menyiapkan orang-orang yang punya keahlian, tapi sekaligus juga menyiapkan jenis-jenis pelatihan di balai latihan kerja yang cocok dengan zaman ini gitu. Ya, misalnya tadi disebut sebagai barista, itu saya menarik.
Meanwhile, member of Commission 9 of the House, Ahmad Ru'yat, asked BLK training programs in the regions to match the needs of the local workforce. In addition, he urged the Ministry of Manpower to provide strong language and skills for the Indonesian migrant workers who will work abroad. Ahmad hoped Indonesian workers going overseas should not be limited to unskilled labor, but also include formal professions such as nurses and health workers.
Pelatihan-pelatihan yang dilaksanakan itu lebih kompetitif dan juga dibutuhkan, dan juga adanya suatu keragaman sesuai dengan kebutuhan lokal ya, di setiap provinsi. Di samping itu tentu juga harus mempersiapkan tenaga SDM, para calon ya, tenaga kerja, migran ya, ke luar negeri.
Hilman and Arif, TVR Parlemen, report. When we return, we'll have more information on unique transportation in East Java, so stay tuned on House News. Videos of unique school bus, often compared to foreign buses, have gone viral on social media. The bus named Simas Ganteng is a school bus from Tuban, East Java, and has been officially operating since February 2024. Simas Ganteng, or Tuban Public Transportation, that is elegant, safe, comfortable, and integrated, is a transportation solution for students, especially in areas where it has been difficult to get to school. It is part of a free transportation service provided by the Tuban Regency government in East Java. Since it started operating in early February 2024, it has caught a lot of attention because it looks different from ordinary school buses. One of the main goals of providing the school bus is to increase student safety during their journeys. In some parts of Tuban, the number of traffic accidents involving students is quite high. With free school buses available, students no longer have to ride motorcycles by themselves or rely on unsafe vehicles. The bus also reduces traffic congestions, especially during the busy morning and afternoon school pickup times. This transportation is designed to also be disability-friendly, including for students using wheelchairs. Simas Ganteng Tuban app available on the Play Store. Students and parents can check their bus locations, maps, ticketing services, routes, and operational schedules through the app. Before boarding, students or schools need to register to the students' data on the app. Not only does this program improve safety, but it also has a positive impact on the environment. By reducing the number of private vehicles used for school trips, vehicles emissions are lowered. Guinness World Records has officially recognized the records set by Indonesian weightlifter Rahmat Erwin Abdullah at 2 international weightlifting championships in 2023 and 2025. Indonesia's pride weightlifter Rahmat Erwin Abdullah made history by being included in the Guinness Book of World Records after setting 2 world records in the clean and jerk category in different weight classes. Guinness World Records officially recognized Rahmat's 2 outstanding achievements. First, his 209 kilograms lift in the 81 kilograms class at the 2023 Weightlifting World Championships in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Although he only won a silver medal at the time, the lift has now been officially acknowledged as a world record by Guinness. Rahmat's second record was set at the 2025 Asian Weightlifting Championships in Jiangshan, China, when he lifted 205 kilograms in the 73-kilogram class and also winning a gold medal for Indonesia. This lift was recognized by Guinness as the heaviest clean and jerk in that category. At the end of the interview with Guinness, Rahmat Erwin stated he hopes to see more Indonesian athletes receive Guinness World Records recognition in the future. Guinness World Record has been begun effort to more closely monitor potential talents in South Asia. To more closely monitor potential talents in Southeast Asia, with a primary focus on Indonesia as the starting point for expanding its activities. This because Indonesia's scale as the largest country in Southeast Asia, Guinness believes there are many individuals, organizations, and groups with the potential to break world records. They simply haven't yet been highlighted globally. Each year, Wimbledon uses more than 50,000 tennis balls during the championships. Rather than throwing them away, the used balls are repurposed as worm nests for harvest mice and endangered species. Wimbledon is famous as one of the world's most prestigious tennis tournaments. But behind the beautiful grass courts and world-class matches, Wimbledon also shows great care for the environment. One of the most interesting initiatives is the recycling program for used tennis balls. Each year, over 55,000 balls are used during the tournament. Wimbledon, together with the Wildlife Trust Conservation Group, decided to give these balls a new purpose. They transformed them into small, weatherproof nests for field mice, a native English animal that is now considered vulnerable due to loss of natural habitat from land use change and development. Field mice usually live in natural grasslands which are shrinking. These tennis ball nests provide safe shelter from rain, wind, and predators. The round and sturdy shape of the balls makes them perfect as protective homes. Besides the used tennis ball programs, Wimbledon also applies other eco-friendly policies. The use of single-use plastics has been drastically reduced, waste management system improved, and energy consumption and carbon emissions lowered through more efficient infrastructure. Even the food choices at the tournament aim to be more sustainable with more local and plant-based options. And that's the House News for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of House News only on TVR Parlemen.